Boom, bap. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get rolling. Happy Monday morning, January 30th, on the eve of a special birthday. I know, what's up, Vanessa? It's her birthday tomorrow, so you guys make sure to send her huge birthday wishes. So you guys, let's go ahead and get rolling. It is Monday. I love Mondays. I'm excited. I'm full of gratitude. I'm full of excitement. So let's go ahead and get this train running. So I'm going to turn it over to Lizette. And Lizette is going to bring us out on the field because her hair is done. But anyways, before we do that, I want to welcome all of our guests. If you are here as an invite from somebody else, or if you heard about this from social media, just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some of your time. This is an environment about collective wisdom. It's about vulnerability. It's about being real. And it's about really making sure that we're growing together. So thank you for everyone that is here. Before we go to Lisette, Leah, did you have your hand up? Was that in a reaction to something? Leah once, Leah twice, Leah three times. All right, we are going to officially move on. Lisette, take it away. You know the routine. You know how this goes. I'm going to have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful Monday morning.
Yes.
So without further ado, let's hit it.
Good morning, my beautiful people. Did everyone have a wonderful weekend?
Yes.
Perfect. Sorry about the loss. I would like to say that I watched the game, but in all honesty, I did not. I was too busy doing my hair. And I am ready for a wonderful, productive weekend. I am going live on a brand new property listed in Sacramento today. More details to come later, and working on an offer shortly. So Monday's looking pretty darn good.
I love it. I love it. Make sure that you connect with the Sacramento team so they can bring you a buyer and you're in that market. Yes,
thank you.
Love it. Love it. So tough loss yesterday, you guys, for all the Niners fans out there. I think that the odds were stacked against them early on in the game with, losing the quarterback, losing the third string. So it is what it is until next year. But you guys, really excited about the day. What I want to do is I want to do some quick reflection right now. And Cynthia Peterson, I think I saw you on. Hopefully you are feeling better. I know that you've been down, you've been sick. And so hopefully you are getting better. I want to do some quick reflection. If you guys have a moment to write, take some notes. Like I said, if you're driving, come back and watch this a little bit later. But I want to unpack right now. And what I mean is I want to do a little bit of a brain dump. I believe that a brain dump is important to do at least once a month. And what is a brain dump? You take all the stuff that's going on in your thoughts and you just simply write and get it out. What I want to do today is I just want to reflect back on the last 30 days because you set your goals in November. You told yourself that you're going to crush it in 2023. You had a full head of steam, the calendar changed, and that first week we're feeling good. So I want to check in with everybody. But before we check in with everybody, I want to make sure that we have a full stream of consciousness and you allow yourself to go a little bit further. But what you also allow yourself to do is just to be completely real with your numbers and where you're at right now. So what I want you to do is, first off, is I want you to reward yourself. I want you to edify yourself. And I want you to tell yourself or write this down. What was your biggest accomplishment so far in 2023? I don't know about you guys, if you guys don't have this, but keeping the mason jar, every single week, so you can just go back and reflect the things that you accomplish in your life and business. I think this is just a cool reminder, but whatever ways that you guys do that. So first things first is what were some of your biggest accomplishments thus far? Write that down, brain dump that, have that, and think about it. It might not just be business related. Maybe you stop drinking for the month of January. How many people are on that right now? Like the dry January? And congratulations. Somebody came up to me yesterday. They're like, I quit drinking and it's had the biggest impact in my life. She's like, my business is strong. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I have so much energy and vitality. So maybe it's something along those lines, right? So what was your biggest accomplishment thus far in 2023? Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to start writing, and you guys should have these numbers, You should have these numbers from your follow-up boss, from your CSU, from your notes, from your whiteboard, from the whiteboard you have on your desk. You should be able to say these numbers, and you should be very clear as where you are. First things first, how many appointments did you go on so far this month? You should be able to look back and be like, damn, I went on 12 appointments. I'm interacting with X amount of clients. I've written on 3. How many buyer's consultations have you done this month? How many new listings have you taken? How many contracts did you get accepted in January? How many open houses have you hosted this month? How many new clients have you added to your CRM? How many videos did you make this month? What are your IG insights? What does your IG say about your activity on Instagram this month? Has it been heightened? Is it low? Have you added followers? Are you engaging in accounts? Who are you targeting? Who is your audience? Is it male? Is it female? Is it in the United States? Is it somewhere else? Like, really look at your insights, because you guys are running a business. You guys should be able to look back at the 30 days and say, you know what, based on my forecast for 2023 and what I am saying to the world that I'm going to create and what I need to make for my family to have a certain lifestyle, where am I at? Am I ahead or am I behind? And then how many active clients do you have right now in Real Scout? If you guys do not have Real Scout, then I'm going to highly encourage you to get that, or whatever platform you have where you can look at consumer behavior. You could do this on KV Core. You could look at your follow-up boss. Well, what I want you to do right now is I want you to look and see how many active clients that you have right now. Who has looked at a home in the last 72 hours that you have not followed up with? Now, that person, Mitchell, might be someone that said, you know what, Mitchell, we want to wait for 6 months. We want to wait for 3 months. Well, guess what, you guys? Times have changed. And if you have not created that video or that sentiment or that email or that MailChimp campaign or that long text or long form text on social media, you need to create that, because the window of opportunity is getting smaller, smaller, smaller. 400 people came to an open house on a listing over the weekend. Julie tagged Kenny in and I repost that. 400 people, and they accepted a cash offer. All right, so when we think about movement in the business and what is happening, and when we think about activity level is super, super high. So I want you to go in and see how many active clients that you have, whether it's Follow Up Boss, whether it's Real Scout, whether it's KV Core, whether it's Boomtown, whatever you use, you can look at consumer, 400 groups. Yeah, it was in, I don't know what city in, but it's definitely in the Bay Area. Point is that's an extreme case, but I don't know about you. Yesterday, I think, was a little bit of an anomaly. Some were slow, but overall right now, heightened demand. And we're seeing this across every single market. So want you guys to be clear, how many active clients do you have? So look at your numbers, write them down, look at it. Are you super, super stoked on your numbers, or did you not hit your numbers, and are you making excuses for your business, right? You guys are either going to do this. You're either going to show up, you're going to do the action, and you're going to reward yourself, and you're going to look at all the milestones that you're making, or you're going to choose to riddle your career with excuses and pointing blame to all the reasons why you did not do that. So let's do this. I want to ask you guys a question, and write this question or this answer down. How important is your word to your family? All right. So if Tony or Lizette or Jacqueline says to my family, I'm going to be there to pick you up, I'm going to be there to support you, I'm going to make sure to have a roof over your head, I'm going to be there for you, family, husband, wife, I'm going to be there for you. Like, how important is that word, right? I'm going to take you to that place for your birthday. I'm going to be at your baseball practice. I'm going to do this. Like, how important is that word, right? And if you had to rank it on a scale from 1 to 10, where would you rank that word to the people that are in your life, your family, and the people that really, really need you in life? To your son, to your daughter, how important is that word to you and your best friend? If you tell your homegirl, listen, I'm going to be there for you, hell or high water, no matter what, like, how important is that word to that homegirl? Where would you rank it? Would you rank it 1 to 10? Or excuse me, from 1 to 10, where would you rank it? And I'm sure that most of you are going to rank that number pretty damn high. Now, what I want you to do is keep writing, keep your pen out, keep your paper out. How important is the word to yourself? And I'm going to go a little further with you guys, because I want you to be very real. Sometimes what we expect from other people is that they show up, they're on time, they're true to their word, they're there for me, I can count on them. That's the type of behavior that we expect people to model, right? That when they say their word, that they're going to fucking live up to it. Is that true to say? Is that safe to say in this environment? So what happens is sometimes that number, how important that word is to ourselves, unfortunately, is a lot lower. So I want to go through this exercise with you guys, and I really want you to think about a couple things. What did I say I was going to do first and foremost, right? What did I say that I was going to do? What was my word to my family, to this business, to Instagram? Like, what was that word that I said that I was going to be able to live by in 2023? And then what do I expect others to do? I expect if Will says, Elias, I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to show up, I expect that from him because he gave me his word, right? So what I want you guys to do is want you guys to reflect and have personal inventory. And I want you to look at this, right? And I'm not calling anybody out, right? This is an internal journey for you guys to look at yourself and be like, damn, I am a great friend, I'm a great husband, I'm a great wife, I am a great parent. But when it comes to the things that I say to myself, taper off for whatever reason that is, right? So going back to it, what did I say I was going to do? And what do I expect others to do? So make this your obsession. Do what you say you are going to do and do what we expect others to do, right? That should be your obsession. Do what you say you're going to do and do what you expect others to do, right? If I was to never show up here, if I was not to be consistent, if I wasn't showing my face on social media, then how in the world would I expect for you guys to show up? If I'm telling you, push yourself, achieve more, do this, do that, how could I expect the same in return from you guys? Own it, but do it without judgment. Make it right and recommit. If for some reason your number is low and you're not where you truly want to be right now, then change that number. And change that number by recommitting. Don't judge yourself and saying, you know what, I'm going to do things a little bit different and make it right. The simple process and framework of consistency, integrity, and in turn, high performance. This is something that I've been going over and over with John Cheplack. I read all this stuff, I internalize this stuff, and I say, how can we direct this message to our team? Most people want to do what they said, what they say with ruthless personal consistency. Most high achievers want to do that. You have to hold this so close, and you have to be so personal with the message to yourself that, you know what, first and foremost, I'm never going to let myself down, and I most surely am not going to let the people in my life down. I'm not. So most won't own it when they don't do what they say they were going to do, and here's why. They'll make excuses, right? If that resonates with you, then good. Most won't do what they say. Some won't do what they say they're going to do. And they'll make excuses for all the reasons. The market, the rain, the drive, I'm not comfortable. I gained 5 pounds. I gained 7 pounds. They're going to make an excuse for all the reasons why they didn't choose to show up. Most people won't be that constant example of what they expect others to do, modeling. Listen, you guys, if there's one thing that I want you guys to take away from me, from our time together now, in the future, in the past, my hope is this. My hope is that you guys take discipline away from me, right? My intent is not to inspire, to motivate anybody. That's not my intent. My intent is to instill discipline when discipline is needed in your guys' career. Lastly, your skills don't matter if you do not have your principles locked down. Your skills don't matter if you don't have your principles locked down. You guys, we all have tremendous levels of talent. Your communication skills, your creativity, your voice, your writing prowess that I've seen from you, that is all amazing. But it doesn't matter if you don't have your principles locked down. You could have all the talent in the world and be the most undisciplined person in this game, and you're going to see yourself right out of this business, So what I want you guys to do is just reflect, and I want you to brain dump. And if you're just joining the call, it's cool. Just go back and watch this. I want you to reflect first off on your numbers thus far. But before you get there, look at your milestones, what you've created, what you've accomplished, what you're proud of, right? And then look at all of your activity, all of your consumer-facing activity, appointments, leads generated and put into your CRM. How many buyers consultations, listing appointments, you know the theme. And then look at that. And then I want you guys to really evaluate your word to yourself. That if I'm going to show up so strongly for other people, am I doing that for myself? You guys, that's where I wanted to go with our conversation today. That's where I wanted to start out. So I'd like to ask somebody, just the first part of the question, we don't have to get too far, too deep. who wants to share their production numbers with the rest of the group so far? Even if they're not exactly where you want to be, but I want to know, like, who can go through their numbers. And Colette, we don't want to have you go because I know you went last week. Who wants to share with me, like, what they accomplished, what were some of their biggest milestones so far in 2023? Who wants to open it up? Please take yourself off of mute and share, because I think that this will encourage others to share with what they've accomplished so far. So who wants to go? Don't leave me hanging. Joe Allen, let's hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. So I did 2 events this month. One was a in-person presentation to 10 people, and the other one was an event at a winery where we had a doctor come in. I did 2 buyer consultations. I had 3 appointments, the 2 events, and then I have a buyer listing appointment today.
How many new leads did you put into your CRM in this month so far?
28 leads.
And how are you tracking all of this?
It goes in my KB core.
Beautiful. And how many videos have you created this month alone?
Videos, I think I did 3 videos this month.
Okay. And so obviously we need to heighten up your video creation because you're really good on video. And then how many stories do you think you created on an average every single day?
Stories, I do about 5 stories a day.
Okay. So the videos that will live on, the reels, is something we could probably turn the notch on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. How do you see your monthly numbers in Sisu? Does someone know how to pull up their monthly numbers in Sisu? Okay. Aaliyah, I don't know if I can show you just very quickly, but there is a way to look at your monthly numbers, and let me see if I can figure that out while we're talking. But who else wants to share? And first off, let's give Joellen a round of applause for knowing where she's at, knowing an idea of where she's going for the rest of the year. So Joellen, based on the amount of conversations that you need to have in order for you to hit your yearly goal, are you ahead of schedule for your conversations, or are you behind schedule?
I'm ahead because I need to have 4 conversations a week, and I'm creating that.
Beautiful. And if you could sum up your first month in this business in 2023, what would that one word be that would sum up your business?
Action.
Action. I love it. Dan, you had something that you wanted to share. Dashboard personal filter upgrade right now. So Dan, you want to talk a little bit about that? Maybe you can share an example, and I'll let you share your screen.
Yeah, that was just how to share numbers in Sisu. I can share my screen, but I have just started tracking in Sisu again, so it is not clean. So you can see your numbers here if you just go to the dashboard dropdown and then hit personal. And then in the upper right here, you can filter by whatever time period you want. So if you want to do this month, boom, just hit this month. You can see your numbers.
Beautiful. And for somebody that just said, I've just started using it again, like what I guess motivated you to get back into Sisu?
I found that I didn't have the answers to some of the questions that you were asking in terms of appointments met, appointments set, conversations had from Follow Up Boss alone. I didn't get all of the information that I wanted, and wanted a little bit more, and felt like Sisu was more robust, and I kind of fell off of getting the really robust personal numbers tracking that Follow Up Boss doesn't quite get me.
Beautiful. I love it. And so far, Dan, if you could kind of chalk up your year and talk to us about your biggest accomplishment, what do you think your biggest accomplishment is thus far?
Well, on a personal level, I hit, or maybe exceeded, I don't know, my goal of for training. Got 17 miles in before the end of the year, 17-mile long run. So that was like way ahead of where I was at last year for training for the same race. So I'm really happy with that. I added 29 new leads. I had 63 so far for this month, 63 people that I've talked with, whether it's a new lead or someone that's existing in the database that I've been talking back through. And according to my calendar, I ran 13 appointments. I think it was a little bit more than that, and I didn't enter some of them in, but that's between buyers consultations and showing appointments. So that's ahead of track for where I wanted to be too. So I'm really excited about that.
Beautiful. And how do you do, obviously you're just starting to use Sisu, but how do you have all of those accurate numbers?
So I used new leads and connections through Follow Up Boss through the reporting. And then the appointments, I just went through my calendar and just counted the appointments right back through it on my Google Calendar.
Beautiful. So when you look at your goals for the year, are you ahead or are you behind on your pace?
I'm ahead so far. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. All right, let's hear from two other people. Who else wants to share with me where they're at with their biggest accomplishments so far this year? Vanessa Vo, on the eve of her birthday, going to be 29 years old tomorrow.
21, get it
21.
right.
Sorry. All right, let's
No.
hear it.
I'm turning 31, but who's counting? So for me, this month so far, I'm trying to have a good birthday. So I've had 3 listing appointments. I've had 5 buyers consult. I've gained 7 new clients. And of the 3 listing appointments, I secured 2 of them. And for daily conversations, it's about 5 a day. So when I count conversations, it has to be something along the lines of either they're starting their pre-approval or they're coming out again to search for homes after so long. And pretty much I am trying to achieve 6 a week. And so far I've been doing great.
I love it. And Vanessa, just so we understand like how you're doing your prospecting, how are you doing that? What's your flow? What's your time frame? Like kind of walk us through what you do to get this many conversations going.
Literally it's all about system and consistency. This year I focus more on just there has to be a system. If I'm in follow-up boss, before I get out of their profile, I have to put a task. That way, it reminds me because at this point I have about 237 clients, that's in my system, and it is hella hard to keep track of everything and who they are, who they're married to, if they're divorced, things like that. So I always try to update their profiles some way, somehow with the conversation and then set a task.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so living by your CRM. I love it. I love it.
No, last year I knew that was a thing. And through boot camp, I learned all of that, right? Systems, organization, live by your CRM. And I'm like, what? Like, I have everything in my phone. Forget that. Like, no, now I have follow-up bots as an app in my phone so that even if I'm on the phone out somewhere, I still am able to pull up follow-up bots and be able to keep that system going.
I love it. Dan, I could see him gleaming with like pride. I love it. Lizette, you had your hand up. Let's go to Sam and then we're going to shift gears.
Okay, so I have had a total of 2 listing appointments. 1 did fall through, but 1 we're pushing through with. 2 consultations, 2 buyer consultations, 1 open house, 12 videos, 6 active showings, 13 active clients in my follow-up boss and Real Scout.
I love it. I love, look at Sakia. So here's the thing. All right. So let's go on one point here. How many videos did you say you created this month thus far?
So that was my biggest thing going into the year, a total of 12 videos, because if you look at my social before, I did not want to do videos. Like everyone has had to just put that shit in my face 24/7, do videos. And someone gave me really good advice. Show up every single day physically. When I am a little lazy bottom and I don't do my hair, don't wear makeup, I'm in my sweats, I don't want to do videos because in my head, I look ratchet and the last thing I'm going to do is get on a video. But now I am actively showing up for myself, whether I do a video or go out or not, because it completely changes my mindset.
Oh, I love this. And I'll tell you what, the public loves ratchet. So write that down, you guys. But I love it. 12 videos coming from somebody that wasn't creating much videos the month prior or the months prior. Really good stuff, Lisette. Love it. Sam Dotzenberg, you had your hand up. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, so far my biggest milestone is setting up an appointment. I feel like I hit the record for myself for the past month. So I made 18 appointments so far. One of them was listing and the rest of them are buyer's consultation.
Beautiful. And how did you set 18 appointments and we're at day 30? How did you set so many appointments?
I just asked. Before I used to just go along with whatever they were saying, but I insisted making an appointment with them so that way I can get more information out of them. And then also one of the biggest thing I did was I did a live on Facebook in my Mongolian community group.
I love
So far over 1,000 people watched and my phone has been blowing up.
God, creating her own community. Sam, I absolutely love this because here's what happens. Sometimes when, you know, and this goes for the most experienced agent on the call and the, you know, the brand new agent, is that you have these great conversations and you're having a flow. They haven't hung up on you. You're having dialogue. I'm like, wonderful. Okay, cool. Well, then I will touch base with you maybe next week instead of saying, here's what we do next, right? Whether you're 6 months down the road or whether you're a year down the road, I'd like to share with you what the strategy is and how we get offers accepted in this competitive environment. And I'm also going to explain what the buying process is from start to finish. So many people don't ask for the appointment and they leave the conversation as just having a great conversation. So Sam, 18 appointments, created her own community. And are you doing the live in Mongolian?
Yes, in Mongolian, and I promised them I'm gonna make videos, so that means obviously I have to do it. So that's how I'm motivating myself because I promised and I have to deliver.
Okay, so what are we going back to? We're going back to how this conversation started. She gave her word that she is going to do videos, right? So check this out. If she doesn't create a video, what does that community think of her? So they think that they will form stories and they will judge no matter that we're humans. Here's what happens. In the absence of communication, people form stories. Meaning, if Vanessa said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and then she never did any of that, without communication as to why she may not have done those things. Oh, I got sick, I got COVID, I wasn't able to, we got them to get back. With the absence of communication, people form stories and they judge. So she's put herself on a public platform saying, I'm going to create this, and she's not going to let those people down. That goes back to her word. I love this. I absolutely love it. Let's hear from one other person because I like the momentum of this call right now. Who wants to share with me your biggest, and Sam, love it. Congratulations. Who wants to share with me biggest accomplishments and what they've been able to achieve thus far in 2023? One other person, and don't be shy. Going once, going twice. Dominic Curtis, let's hear from you.
Sorry, I'm in my car because I got some appraisal appointments to go to, but so far and honestly, my goal was mainly, and I know I shouldn't sell myself short, but I was only basically setting my goals off of buyers because I'm just getting back into it again. But I've secured 2 listings so far with Christina Pineda. And one of them is live now, and the other one is going live in April. And so that was a big confidence booster for me because, like I said, I'm just getting back into it, and I lack confidence a lot of the times, and I don't realize like how much that I do actually know or how much I am likable. And so those were the 2 biggest accomplishments so far.
I love it. I love it. And then if you look back at your month, just this month alone, how many times do you think you posted on Instagram? Stories as well as.
I've posted 2. I just looked at my numbers. So I've reached 7,000. I've reached 7,000 people within the last 3 weeks. I went to my professional dashboard, and 5,700 of those people were not followers. And I had, I forget my percentage of new followers, but they definitely went up. And I posted, I think 12 times. Sorry, I think I've posted 12 times. My goal is to do more than that. But that's actually a big jump from the end of last year. End of last year, I was barely posting anything.
And let me ask you this. Why do you think your followers have gone up in this last 30 days?
Oh, I've definitely been more active. I've been more active with commenting, liking. I went into hashtags and just commented on random people that I weren't following. And so that was also my goal, is to go into different hashtags within my community, within the Bay Area, Oakland Zoo, things like that, interact with those people and try to get my feed to start going on their explore page, or even if they're not following me, I want to show up.
I love it. I love it. Really good stuff. I absolutely love this. I want to ask somebody a question. Let me just go around the room and see. I'll go to Colette. Colette, you always have good insight. Colette, when I asked the question earlier, how important your word is to your family, the people that love you, the people in your circle, on a scale from 1 to 10, where did you rank that? How important is that word to you from what you say that you're going to do and how you're going to show up for them? How important is that? And where did you rank it on a scale from 1 to 10?
It should be very high. It should be.
Okay. All right. So give me a number.
I'm gonna
On a
say
scale from
8.
1 to 10.
I'm gonna say 8. It should be higher. It should be 100%. Should be
Okay.
10.
Is the number to your self-word higher or lower than that 8?
I think it, to myself,
Correct.
it's probably 7.
7.
It has
And
been. It has been.
we do that to ourselves, right? So you
Mhm.
guys, I want you to go back to the conversation, and I wanted to hear what people are doing. I want to understand like milestones, but I want you guys to really, really get true to that and saying, if I expect people to show up, man, bro, girl, you gave me your word. And like, has anybody ever let you down with their word? Has anybody ever let you down? Please raise your hand if anybody has ever let you down with their word. It hits you, right? It affects you. But time and time again, we do that to ourselves. We do, and we don't even, sometimes unconsciously, we don't even realize that we're doing it to ourselves. So next week, you guys, on Wednesday, I'm going to bring Chelsea Wright to the stage, and Chelsea Wright and I are going to do a full stream of consciousness about psychology. And her and I are going to have a full workshop right here live on Zoom. We want to make sure that we build some press around this, but next week, her and I are going to really dive into that, because that can have a negative compound effect on you if you don't identify it and if you don't change it. If you don't identify it and if you don't change it, then what are you constantly doing? I am known as the person that constantly lets myself down. My friends and family, I'm solid for. I show up. You need a mover, I'm there. You need some food, I'm there. But to myself, I'm at a 4 or 5. What does that constantly do to your self-image? Promise you guys, it's having a negative impact. That's why this conversation today is super, super important. You guys got to get clear. Remember what I said, you guys, make it your obsession. Do what you say you're going to do and do what you expect others to do, right? So you live by that, by living up to your word and being obsessed by that, and then making sure that you are modeling the behavior that you expect from other people around you. That's simple, you guys. It's that simple. Somebody had a question about another boot camp. And now this goes for every single person on this call, whether you're a team member, whether you're a guest, whether you're a top producer, or whether you're a brand new agent on the team. Starting on February 1st, we are launching FastPass. Now, in our environment, if you are an agent that's coming on and you want access to company generated leads, then you have to do a buyer's consultation. You have to attend a buyer workshop. Well, we're no longer going to do that anymore. It's going to be completely changed, but we're going to create FastPass. What the FastPass is it's a 30-day sprint of things that you guys should be doing in order for you to reach a level of success that you want, or at least engagement. So what we're going to do is every single month, everyone will be able to be involved in FastPass. It's going to be a checklist. It's going to be actionable things that you can look back at the month and be like, damn, I was able to do all those things. Now, I'm not saying the FastPass gets you into contract. What I'm saying is it puts you in a better position to be into contract. And I want to share this with you guys because it starts on Wednesday, and I want to make sure that everyone is clear on this. So what I did is I spent some time over the weekend geeking out on this. So what happens is that you guys will have things that you can do every single week that are broken into 4 categories. Oftentimes people come to me and they say, Elias, I don't know what to do with my time. And they end up doing a bunch of shit all over the place. So what I've done is I've compartmentalized this for you, and I made it really, really simple. For the more experienced agents on here, there'll obviously be more things that you do it, but this is a foundation. So the sections are broken down into coaching, lead generation, education time, and admin time. Looking at this, it allows you to say, was I able to do all the things that I know I needed to do throughout the week? For example, let's just look here. Create my templates and zip forms, input all my contacts in the follow-up boss, track all my activity in CC, create my Google Calendar, break it into these categories, share it with Elias, and write my yearly goals. So this is just a 4-week sprint. I'm not saying we're doing a six-week boot camp, 12-week boot camp. We're making it very, very simple. Now, if you're an agent that's already in our environment, then this might be just a little spark that you needed to keep you super, super focused. If you're a brand new agent in our environment, you will not get access to any company generated leads until you complete this 4-week fast pass. Now that pass gives you access to leads, but I believe that the pass just opens up opportunities for you to have momentum. So if you guys want to sign up for that, I'm not going to be hosting weekly sessions. I'm not going to be like, hey, let's come together for our accountability group. No, I'm not doing that. You're going to have one person that'll be your accountability person. You both will have your checklist and you both will have 30 days. It's up to you to be able to step up and check off those boxes. I want this for you guys. And what happens is, like I said, we just get so busy doing a bunch of shit that doesn't really matter. In that is reels. In that is stories. In that is broker tour. In that is documenting your journey. And all you have to do is just simply stick to the single daily tasks: coaching, education, admin time, and lead generation. It's all broken up for you guys. So there's no excuse of, I don't know what to do with my time. To me, that's an excuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove friction. Me removing the friction says I'm not going to allow space for any excuses. And if you guys spend any time with me, don't come to me with any excuses, because I'll probably just not even listen. It's going to be 1 month, 30 days, no matter when you start. If you started on the 14th, you do it from the 14th until March 14th. No matter when an agent starts, they can just do that 30 days. It doesn't start on the 1st of the month because we don't bring agents on at a certain time of the month. It is ongoing. And if you're an agent that says, you know what, I just need a checkup from the neck up, I need to make sure that I'm on pace. Cool, go in. Because by doing this formula, you will have engaged with over 500 people in 1 month. You know what? I like those odds. I like those odds a lot for you guys. So this is rolling out on Wednesday. By the end of the day today, no, actually tomorrow at the team meeting, I'll be releasing the type form. The type form will be able to, hey, yeah, I'd love to be able to be involved in this program. That way, come February 1st, you guys get your own checklist, you guys get an accountability bro, and then you guys could run with this for the next 30 days. I'm committed to making sure that that I'm removing friction and that you guys are moving forward in the direction where you all want to go. So that's what I want to share with you guys. By a show of hands, who would want to do this 30-day sprint? Just give me a reaction on the screen below, just so I'm gonna get a quick. All right, cool. I figured as much. You guys are all disciples. You guys come to these sessions. You guys are willing to grow and learn. And if you're not on our direct team, I'll share this with your team leaders, and you guys can manipulate it and put anything that you want. Everyone will make their own copy. But I'm really, really excited about this. I feel it's going to be important. And then we'll obviously connect and have like a monthly session to see where people are at. But what we're not going to do, me, Cynthia, and Eric tried this last year where we're like, oh, we're going to do the boot camp, and the boot camp is meeting 3 times a week. And then some people aren't showing up and some people didn't have their cameras on. I was like, nah, listen, ruthless personal accountability. You want this shit? Here is the platform. We're here to help you. We're here to check in on you. But at the end of the day, your success solely lies on your shoulders. It's not my responsibility. It's not Kenny's responsibility. It's not Karina's. It's not Mo. It's yours. I'm just going to try to make it a lot easier for you. A lot easier. All you have to do is step up. You just have to step up and do the work. So let's do this, you guys. We got about 15 minutes. I want to go around the room. I want to hear from a couple people, just kind of hear what your thoughts are, what some of your takeaways are from the session thus far. Elisa Beltran, let's go over to you. You're the one that put that in the chat. So hopefully that makes you happy. Kind of tell me where your thoughts are and some of your key takeaways thus far from our conversation.
Well, thank you so much. That was good. Yeah, it's something to have like a checklist. This is perfect, this is what I need to do one by one, the structure, that's what it is. The takeaway is looking at the activities that I have done. Definitely, I've improved my activities, like I want to say easy 30, 40, 50% more. I don't even know. I done an open house, I did broker tour, I've done networking events in the city, so the momentum, the activities, and I loving it. And Instagram Insight, I broke my 1,000 followers. I know I was struggling, so I'm like there. I need to get better on videos. I need to get to Outland and record a few more. But it's awesome. I love it. I think conversation wise, I'm right on my goals. I did close one transaction. I set up a listing appointment, which I'm going on Sunday. So I'm getting there. I'm picking up momentum. I just need to be patient and continue doing it.
Beautiful. I love this. And you know what I would recommend? We have the buyer's consultation in Spanish. I would recommend that you do portions of the buyer's consultation, explanations in Spanish. I think that Spanish speaking buyers need to hear from you. So I think that would be a great lead for you to lean into.
I do have the old one. I just need to see what you guys have, and I just need to modify it. I did a workshop during the pandemic on Facebook in Spanish that I had a really good leads from there. I'm doing one with Catalina in Walnut Creek at the end of the month, February 28th, a Saturday, which I'm going to start promoting it tomorrow, which I'm going to Negocios Hispanos, which is a Chamber of Commerce here in Concord. So I'm going to the meetings there once a month over there. So I'm getting into the Hispanic business, the small business here in Concord. So
God, I love this. And you guys can find the Spanish buyer's consultation in Slack. It's already created for you. If you need any updates to it, let us know, but it is created for you. But Elisa, I absolutely love this. I love the action. I love how much you're doing, and that you've been so committed to like changing and amplifying the things that you were doing. And I just love seeing that in you. Jackie, let's hear from you. Jackie Embries, key takeaways from our time together thus far. Let's hear from you where your thoughts are at.
Yes. Hi, everyone. For the key takeaways is I'm very excited for the checklist that you created, really excited. And that's what I've been trying to figure out. What do I do from now? Because as a new agent, you pretty much don't know what's going on most of the time. And that is one takeaway. Another one would be another accountability. I wanted to, after I move from San Jose to Brentwood, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. And just trying to get back to rolling, back to business, and retire my husband.
Oh, I love this. I love that. I love that. And so you're obviously close to the office there, but what a great office, what a great environment. And I love it. And so retire your husband. So kind of walk me through that. That's the first I've ever heard you say that. So
yeah, I mentioned it on one of the videos as well, that we had like a discussion in the Walnut Creek one. So my husband has been working since he was 18, and he has pretty much bought us this house that we have right now. And it's my turn to pretty much give back to him. And, and he's been working really hard. So that's my goal, my ultimate goal, I would say.
How special is that? How cool. So here's something to think about too. And shout out to Christina Pineda, to Daniela, to Christina Nunes. They got together in a limo. All right, check this out. They got together in a limo last week, and they went and toured new devs. And I'm already thinking about it for like River Islands, Manteca, Stockton. Like, I want to do the same thing out here, but how great is it to bring people together and to say, you know what, we just do this because we want to bring the real estate community together. You have a lender on the bus with you. That person helps answer questions about financing. You guys break bread. I promise you, those are things that people are going to want to be around. Like, damn, my brokerage would never do it. We're not trying to attract, but we're attracting by simply just bringing people together. And then people are going to want to know, like, wait, is this your team or is this your office? Wait, you guys do this regularly? So I think that you guys, if you guys are in markets that are outside of East Contra Costa County, like Sacramento, like put a tour together, put a caravan together, because the lender wants to help you pay for that. And I thought it was genius marketing. And I thought it was genius because it was all rooted in how can we bring the community together. Daniela, you're on. I would love for you to talk about that event, how many people came out, how many homes that you saw, and like what that event was like. Daniela going once, Daniela going twice. All right, she just chimed in, but she's not there anymore. All right, so let's go to two more people. Key takeaways. Let's go over to Mel. Mel, key takeaways from our time together today. Mel, you there? Mel.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Key takeaways from our time together today.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely loved talking about, everything that everyone has accomplished. I think that it's amazing how everyone's like setting their goals and intentions for the new year. Joellen, I see you, girl. I think she's crushing it with the events. I love it. Hey, Will. So yeah, I mean, I think for sure events are going to be the number one thing that I'm going to double down on this year. And the other takeaway is that, community, whenever you show up for the community, like Elisa is right now, and I know that Lizette is crushing it too, you can never lose. So always putting the community first, and you definitely have to keep tracking yourself. So Follow Up Boss, Sisu, all of those things are great, but if you can track yourself all day, but make sure that you're keeping your commitments to yourself and that you're actually showing up physically in person, like what Lizette was saying. It's hard for me right now because I'm like 8 months pregnant, ready to pop, but I'm still showing up. You know what I mean? I got all the excuses not to, but we're still here. No makeup on, but we're still here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just absolutely love it. And I'm so proud of everyone.
I love it. I love it. And we're so happy to meet the little guy, and it is right around the corner. But you guys, here's a couple things that I want you to do today is I want you to reflect. If you didn't raise your hand, if you didn't have anything to say today, it's cool. My thoughts is that I want to provoke something within you, and I want you to be like, damn, I show up as the best friend I possibly can to the people in my environment, to my family, to my kids. But when it comes to me, I'll miss a workout. I won't make the calls. I won't show up on video like I said that I needed to. So you guys need to get really, really in line with that message to yourself. Like, I'm not going to let myself down. I'm not. I made a word to myself, and I gave myself my word, and I'm not going to let myself down. So you guys have to model, right? What I expect from others. Am I behaving in the same exact way? And am I allowing myself to be number one? And it's hard sometimes. I get it, you guys. We all have things going on in our life, but make sure that you're living up to that word, because I promise you, the more and more you let yourself down, that's stacking and stacking in your subconscious. And I don't want that for you guys. So here's what I want you guys to do today. I want you to go into your Real Scout, or go into your Follow Up Boss, or go into your KV Core, whatever you see consumer behavior in. And I want you to look and say, who's been on a search engine the last 72 hours looking for homes that I haven't spoke with in the last few days? And I want you to call those people. What I also want to encourage everybody to do, Marty Cruz mentioned this the other day. Marty Cruz, she's getting into creating a lot more videos. She's like, thanks for that video you made, which I didn't really think much of it. I was like, let me just create this video about the window of opportunity is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. She's like, I used that script and I used it calling people, made a video. She's like, I've actually gotten some great traction on it. So you guys, call your people today, go through your database and let them know that things are changing. Take a look at what is going on around us. You guys, I don't want your clients to miss out. Look in your Real Scout, look in your Follow Boss, look at anything that you have that tracks consumer patterns and behaviors, and then call those people and let them know what's going on. If someone is in your store, like on Real Scout, and they're looking at homes, that means that it's reticular activated, right? It's right in the front of their mind. Even if they said that they wanted to wait, the people that said that they're going to wait, those are the people that should be getting called right now. Because we've all seen it. Oh, we wanted to wait, and the next week, oh, I think we're going to write an offer. It happens all the time, you guys. So don't miss out on that opportunity. I want you to dive in. Dan, you wanted to say something. I think it's sorry about the Op City. Go, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I do want to share one thing that I took away from today as well. And then on the Opcity thing, but Elias, you said skills don't matter if you don't have principles locked down. And that was really impactful. And it made me think of a quote too that I really love, which is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I think it's the same idea of no matter how much skills or talent or whatever you got, like if you don't put the energy and effort into it, if you don't really align it to what you're trying to accomplish, it doesn't matter. So that's spinning around in my brain today. So thank you for that. And to everyone else, if you haven't heard yet, tomorrow we're doing the Opcity Summit big mastermind event in the Oakland office. If you haven't gotten on Opcity, or if you have and you started getting a little bit of traction from it, maybe you've had a closing, we're going to be bringing together some really great resources to help everyone figure out how to better leverage and how to use that platform more. We've got guest speakers coming in. We've got a couple of agents who have done really well on the platform, doing a panel discussion. We've got a preferred lender. So we're going to have a lot of content in a little 90-minute session. And then we're going to do a little happy hour mixer afterwards and let everyone get a chance to chat and get to know each other a little bit more. So please come, Oakland office. It will be live streamed. So check the team calendar for the link. That'll get popped up here later today. But if you can come in person, yeah, thanks. 12:30 to 2 o'clock in the Oakland office.
Love it. I love it. Appreciate the quote too, man. That's really, really powerful. This is going to be a new era, you guys. Like like we said, we want to remove friction, right? We want to remove friction, and you should be making no excuses, you guys. You know what kind of life that you can create in this business, right? And the people that are succeeding at a high level, they're not superhuman. They don't have some, crazy power. They just back it up with consistent, imperfect action. That's it, you guys. Consistent, imperfect action. Doesn't have to be polished, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. And I promise you, consistency will win, and it will smoke inconsistency every single time. So you guys, I thought today was a really, really great session. I really appreciate you guys. Really get clear on the message of today, harness that message, realize what was behind that, reflect on your own numbers, reflect on your own word, be a model of that, what you expect of others, and go out there and have an amazing, amazing week. I'll see you guys in the office. This week, we're doing Flex Mastermind. We're doing Opcity Mastermind. I'm going to be in that lab this week. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and make sure to wish Vanessa a happy birthday tomorrow. And you guys have a wonderful day. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, your goals, and your vision. Peace.